federal agencies are taking a closer look at a controversial chemical that's probably readily found in your home and in your food container.
Bisphenol A, or BPA, which is found in canned food linings, water bottles, and hundreds of other household items like these.
Everyday items in your home kill more people each year than natural disasters. The pills in your medicine cabinet, the food in your pantry, even the heater by your bed. In a blackout, these everyday comforts can turn into silent killers. When the grid fails, most people won't see the danger until it's too late. That's why today I'm exposing 7 common household items that could end your life in a crisis, and 2 dirt cheap tools that could save it. Let's begin with the cozy little device everyone trusts to keep them warm, yet in an outage, it's one of the fastest ways to die. Number 7. Electric space heaters. Your trusty space heater that keeps your bedroom cozy could become your executioner during a power crisis. When electrical grids fail and temperatures plummet, desperate people make fatal mistakes with these devices that claim over 400 lives annually under normal conditions. The killer mechanism is carbon monoxide poisoning and electrical fires. During emergencies, people run space heaters off portable generators, often indoors or in poorly ventilated areas. The carbon monoxide builds silently, and within hours, entire families simply don't wake up. Even worse, people overload extension cords trying to power multiple heaters, creating electrical fires that spread faster than you can escape. The fail-state warning signs include a burning smell, flickering lights, or feeling drowsy and nauseous near the heater. If you notice any of these, shut everything down immediately. The drowsiness isn't just fatigue, it's your brain shutting down from oxygen deprivation. Here's the survival hack most people miss. If you must use a space heater during an outage, never run it off a generator indoors, and always crack a window for ventilation. Better yet, focus on insulation and body heat instead. Layer clothing, use blankets, and heat only the room you're in with proper ventilation. The deadly irony is that the device meant to keep you warm becomes the very thing that kills you when you need warmth most. During the Texas freeze crisis, emergency rooms filled with carbon monoxide victims who thought they were being smart by bringing heating devices indoors. But deadly heating devices aren't the only household trap waiting to strike. Our next item sits innocently in every kitchen, ready to poison your entire family when the lights go out. Number 6. Refrigerated medications. That insulin pen in your fridge or those prescription bottles in the door aren't just going to spoil without power. They're going to become poison that could kill you faster than the original condition they treat. Most people worry about food spoiling during outages, but contaminated medications present a more immediate and deadly threat. The mechanism is bacterial contamination and chemical breakdown. Medications like insulin, certain antibiotics, and liquid prescriptions require specific temperatures to remain stable. When power fails and temperatures fluctuate, these drugs don't just lose potency. They develop harmful bacteria and toxic breakdown products. Taking spoiled insulin can cause severe hypoglycemia, while contaminated liquid antibiotics can trigger deadly allergic reactions or organ failure. The fail state occurs within hours, not days. Insulin starts degrading after just 4 hours at room temperature, becoming unpredictable and potentially lethal. Liquid medications develop visible cloudiness, separation, or strange odors when they've turned dangerous. If you see any of these signs, that medication has become poison. The storage hack that saves lives is the emergency medication cooler system. Fill a thermos or insulated container with ice packs and rotate them every 6 hours. This extends medication viability for up to 72 hours without power. Keep a backup thermometer to monitor temperatures. Insulin must stay between 36 and 46 degrees Fahrenheit. The value calculation is stark. A $20 cooler and some ice packs versus potential death from taking contaminated medication. During Hurricane Katrina, more people died from taking spoiled medications than from drowning. Yet this threat rarely makes emergency preparation lists. While spoiled medications poison you from within, our next deadly item creates invisible clouds of death that fill your home before you even realize the danger. Number 5. Household cleaning chemicals. Those bottles under your kitchen sink transform into chemical weapons when disasters strike and ventilation systems fail. Bleach, ammonia, toilet bowl cleaners, and drain uncloggers create deadly gas combinations that have killed more people during home emergencies than most natural disasters combined. The deadly mechanism is accidental chemical mixing and vapor concentration. When power fails and HVAC systems shut down, cleaning fumes can't escape. People desperate to maintain sanitation mix different cleaners, creating chlorine gas, phosgene, or chloramine gas, all potentially fatal within minutes. Even without mixing, concentrated fumes in sealed spaces cause chemical burns to lungs and airways. The fail state warning is immediate. Burning eyes, difficulty breathing, chest pain, or a metallic taste means you're being poisoned. These gases are heavier than air, so they settle in basements and low areas where people often shelter during storms. Children and elderly are especially vulnerable because they breathe closer to where gases concentrate. Here's the life-saving hack. Immediately after any disaster warning, move all cleaning chemicals to an outdoor shed or garage, away from living spaces. If you must clean during an emergency, use only one product at a time. Open all available windows and never mix anything. Keep baking soda and vinegar as safer alternatives for most cleaning needs. The tragic reality is that people trying to maintain hygiene during crises accidentally gas themselves and their families. During the 2021 Texas winter storm, poison control centers received hundreds of calls from people who mixed cleaning products while trying to disinfect by candlelight in poorly ventilated homes. But chemical poisoning isn't the only invisible killer lurking in your home. Our next item creates a different type of deadly trap that strikes when you least expect it. If you're finding this eye-opening, hit that like button so more people learn how to stay safe when disaster strikes. And make sure you're subscribed because we're only halfway through the list. And the next two items are even deadlier than what you've seen so far. Number 4. Battery-powered devices. Your flashlights, radios, and battery-powered gadgets aren't just going to die during extended outages. They're going to leak, corrode, and potentially explode, creating caustic burns and toxic exposure when you desperately need them most. This isn't about dead batteries. It's about devices becoming chemical hazards. The killer mechanism is battery leakage and thermal runaway. When batteries sit in devices for extended periods or experience temperature fluctuations during disasters, they leak potassium hydroxide or lithium compounds. These chemicals cause severe chemical burns on skin contact and release toxic vapors when heated. Lithium batteries can enter thermal runaway, reaching temperatures over 1,000 degrees and releasing deadly hydrogen fluoride gas. The fail-state warning signs include white crystalline powder around battery compartments, devices feeling unusually warm, swelling batteries, or a metallic smell. If you see any battery corrosion, that device has become a chemical hazard. Don't touch the white powder with bare hands. It's caustic enough to cause permanent burns. The survival hack is the quarterly battery rotation system. Every 3 months, remove all batteries from emergency devices, clean the contacts with a dry cloth, and store batteries separately in a cool, dry location. Use only name brand batteries from reputable manufacturers and never mix old and new batteries in the same device. The value of this simple maintenance is enormous. Functional emergency devices when you need them most versus chemical burns and toxic exposure during a crisis. During extended power outages, emergency rooms regularly treat people for battery acid burns from devices they thought would save them. While battery chemicals burn from the outside, our next deadly item works silently from within, poisoning entire families who think they're being resourceful during tough times. Number 3. Canned foods. Those cans of beans, soup, and vegetables you've stockpiled for emergencies aren't just going to feed you. They're going to poison you with botulism, lead, and other toxins when you need nutrition most. People think canned food lasts forever, but damaged, expired, or improperly stored cans become deadly traps that kill faster than starvation. The lethal mechanism is botulism, toxin production, and heavy metal contamination. When cans are dented, rusted, or stored in temperature extremes, the protective seal breaks down. Clostridium botulinum bacteria thrive in the oxygen-free environment, producing a neurotoxin so deadly that just 1 nanogram can kill an adult. Additionally, older cans contain lead solder that leaches into acidic foods, causing brain damage and organ failure. The fail state occurs when people eat from compromised cans during desperate situations. Warning signs include bulging lids, rust around seams, deep dents near the rim, or any can that spurts liquid when opened. The contents may look and smell normal, but botulism toxin is colorless and odorless. Early symptoms include double vision, difficulty swallowing, and muscle weakness, progressing to complete paralysis and death. Here's the life-saving inspection protocol. Examine every can before storing, checking for dents, rust, or damage. Rotate stock using oldest cans first, and never keep cans beyond their expiration dates. Store in cool, dry locations below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. When opening any can during an emergency, listen for the proper vacuum seal pop and inspect contents carefully before consuming. The tragic reality is that people trusting their emergency food supplies accidentally poison themselves when help isn't available. During the Texas freeze, emergency rooms treated multiple families for botulism poisoning from canned foods they thought would sustain them through the crisis. While contaminated canned food poisons from within, our next bathroom staple has a hidden dark side that emerges when normal safety systems fail. Number 2. Scented candles and air fresheners. Those pleasant-smelling candles and plug-in air fresheners that make your home feel cozy become toxic time bombs when used as emergency lighting during power outages. This seemingly innocent household staple has caused more deaths during disasters than most people realize, and you probably have several scattered throughout your home right now. The deadly mechanism is toxic vapor release and fire acceleration. When electrical air circulation stops during outages, scented candles release concentrated volatile organic compounds including benzene, toluene, and formaldehyde, all known carcinogens that become lethal in confined spaces. The synthetic fragrances contain phthalates and other chemicals that cause respiratory failure when concentrated. Even worse, the paraffin wax releases toxic fumes when burned in poorly ventilated areas. The fail-state warning signs include headaches, dizziness, respiratory irritation, or nausea after lighting scented candles during outages. Many people dismiss these symptoms as stress from the emergency, not realizing they're being slowly poisoned. Children and pets are especially vulnerable because they breathe closer to where toxic vapors concentrate near the floor. Here's the survival hack that could save your family. Replace all scented candles with pure beeswax or soy candles without synthetic fragrances. Better yet, use battery-powered LED lanterns for emergency lighting. If you must use candles, ensure cross-ventilation by cracking windows on opposite sides of the room, even in cold weather. The small heat loss is worth avoiding toxic vapor buildup. The hidden danger multiplies during extended outages when people burn multiple scented candles throughout their homes, creating a toxic environment that slowly kills while providing the illusion of comfort and normalcy. During the 2021 ice storms, Poison Control Centers reported a surge in calls related to candle and air freshener toxicity. While scented products poison the air you breathe, our final deadly item lurks in every medicine cabinet, waiting to turn your attempts at self-care into a medical emergency. Number 1. Over-the-counter medications. Those harmless pain relievers, sleep aids, and cold medicines in your bathroom cabinet become deadly overdose traps during high-stress emergency situations. When normal medical care becomes unavailable and people self-medicate for stress, pain, and sleeplessness, common medications kill more people than the emergencies themselves. The lethal mechanism is stress-induced overdosing and dangerous drug interactions. During crises, people lose track of dosing schedules, double dose for severe stress headaches, or combine medications that should never be mixed. Acetaminophen becomes liver poison at just twice the recommended dose. Sleep aids like diphenhydramine cause fatal heart arrhythmias when combined with stress or other medications. Even ibuprofen can cause fatal kidney failure when people become dehydrated during emergencies. The fail state occurs when people treat emergency stress symptoms with whatever's available, often taking multiple medications simultaneously. Warning signs include confusion, rapid heartbeat, severe nausea, or yellowing skin. By the time symptoms appear, organ damage may already be irreversible. People also lose track of timing during chaotic situations, accidentally overdosing by taking pills they don't remember taking. The life-saving hack is the emergency medication log system. Create a simple chart tracking what medication, what dose, and what time for every person in your household. Use only single-ingredient medications during emergencies to avoid accidental interactions. Set phone alarms for dosing schedules, and designate one person to manage all medications if possible. The value of this simple system versus the alternative is stark. Proper pain and stress management during emergencies versus accidental poisoning when medical help isn't available. During Hurricane Harvey, emergency rooms treated more people for medication overdoses than for storm injuries. Now that you know what could kill you, let's reveal the 2 everyday items that will actually help you survive when everything else falls apart. Survival item 2, duct tape. While everyone focuses on food and water, duct tape becomes the ultimate survival tool that can literally save your life in dozens of different emergency scenarios. This simple adhesive miracle performs critical functions that expensive survival gear can't match, and it costs less than $10 for a roll that could mean the difference between life and death. The survival mechanism is versatility and reliability under extreme conditions. Duct tape works in wet conditions, extreme temperatures, and high-stress situations where other materials fail. It seals air leaks during chemical emergencies, creates emergency bandages that stop bleeding, repairs critical equipment, and even builds temporary shelters. The waterproof backing and aggressive adhesive maintain their properties in conditions that destroy other materials. The fail state to avoid is buying cheap imitation tape that fails when you need it most. Real duct tape should have a cloth mesh backing and leave no residue when removed. Test your tape beforehand. It should stick firmly to multiple surfaces including metal, plastic, and fabric, even when wet or dirty. Here's the multi-use hack that transforms this simple tool into a survival system. Wrap 20 feet around a pencil or small rod for compact storage in every emergency kit. Use it to seal broken windows during storms, create emergency rope by twisting strips together, patch holes in tarps or tents, secure splints for broken bones, or even create emergency shoes by wrapping it around your feet for protection. The value calculation is incredible. One $10 roll provides solutions for dozens of life-threatening scenarios. During Hurricane Katrina, people used duct tape to seal attics against rising floodwater, patch holes in evacuation boats, and create emergency shelters from debris. It's the one item that multiplies the effectiveness of everything else in your survival kit. But even duct tape can't match the life-saving versatility of our #1 survival item. Something so simple you'll kick yourself for not thinking of it. Survival item 1: garbage bags. Heavy-duty garbage bags are the ultimate survival tool hiding in plain sight. These simple plastic sheets can save your life in more ways than any expensive survival gear, and they cost pennies compared to their life-saving value. When disaster strikes, garbage bags become waterproof shelter, emergency clothing, water collection systems, and waste management solutions all in one. The survival mechanism is waterproof versatility and multiple critical functions. Large contractor-grade bags can serve as emergency ponchos, ground covers, water storage containers, or even temporary windows when taped over broken glass. They create vapor barriers for hypothermia prevention, collect rainwater for drinking, and maintain sanitation when normal waste systems fail. The plastic material resists tearing, blocks wind, and provides insulation when layered properly. The fail state to avoid is buying thin household bags that tear under stress. You need heavy-duty contractor bags rated at least 3 millimeters thick. These bags should hold 30 gallons or more and resist puncturing from sharp debris. Test them beforehand by filling with water. They should hold weight without leaking or tearing at the seams. Here's the life-saving versatility hack. Keep at least 10 heavy-duty bags in every emergency kit and vehicle. Cut arm and head holes for emergency ponchos that keep you dry and warm. Use them as ground covers under sleeping areas to prevent hypothermia from ground contact. Create emergency water collection systems by stretching them between poles or trees. In extreme cold, wear them under clothing as vapor barriers to trap body heat. The value proposition is staggering. A $5 pack of heavy-duty bags provides solutions for shelter, water, warmth, and sanitation. During the Pacific Northwest heat dome, people use garbage bags to create shade structures and emergency cooling systems. They're lightweight, compact, and provide solutions for survival scenarios that expensive gear can't match. So here's the bottom line. The things you rely on every day, heaters, meds, canned food, can flip into silent killers when disaster strikes. But with simple swaps and smart prep, you can turn danger into safety. Preparedness isn't about fear. It's about confidence. Knowing the risks means you're already ahead of 90% of people. You're not just surviving the next blackout or storm, you're taking control. Now you know the risks and the simple fixes. That puts you ahead of 90% of people who'll be caught off guard in the next blackout or crisis. You're not just surviving, you're preparing to thrive. And speaking of preparation, in the next video, I'll reveal 7 common groceries you should never stockpile for emergencies, plus 2 that can keep you alive when the shelves go empty. Hit like if this opened your eyes and drop a comment sharing which item surprised you most. Your input helps us uncover the next survival secrets. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.